Hi guys, Protoballer 14 here, and I'm going to show you the upgrades I have on the 2010 Proto SLG and why I put them on there. And I will tell you if you're worth your money or not. We'll start at the front and work our way back. We have the hybrid clamping feed neck here. This one only came with the collar instead of the base too. It was 10 bucks. I thought it was worth it because my plastic one broke. It works just fine. It clamps down, nothing wrong with it. I don't think it really matters if you have a base or not. Next, we have the Dangerous Power R.A.P.S ASA. This is a nice little ASA to prevent leakages when you screw your gun in. I also like it because if for some reason I have to change my plunger O-ring and I need to quickly unjam or unstick my bolt, I just turn the gas off, purge it using the purge valve and take it off, put it back together, turn the gas back on instead of having to take all the tanks out and all that. I think definitely you should get the feed neck, and if you're experiencing bolt stick problems, get the ASA. Moving into the technological part of this, I got a Tadao board. Really, I do not think this is an important upgrade because this is just a $200 gun and it is a $75 upgrade. It does happen to make a big difference in the play though. Being able to just fine tune your gun down to the exact second that bolt's going forward with all the modes. I have more videos on installing the board and programming the board. I just think that it helps a lot, and if you're willing to spend 75 bucks on a cheap $200 gun, go for it. It's an amazing upgrade. I've had no problems so far with it. Definitely worth your money. Then you got Virtue Laser Eyes. I got this back when I was having my Microswitch problem, which I'll talk about in a second. And I had a problem with the Microswitch actually reading each pulse. And I went on some websites and a lot of people said get new eyes because that's generally one of the first things that goes after a long period of play. The eyes will start to get worn down over corrosiveness of some of our paint here in Michigan. Fireballs tend to corrode mass a little bit and stain them, and that's what we think might have been wrong. So I got these Virtue Laser Eyes. Very nice little upgrade. I've only played one day with these things. I can tell they definitely made a difference in ball detection because they can detect balls a little bit faster than the break beam. I like that it has a power saving mode on there. As you see, it's flickering. This is called power saver mode, and it comes stock with these eyes. And basically, it keeps it so it's not on all the time. It's still detecting, but it's just not using as much light. And as soon as you push that trigger, it goes back into that, and it blinks just to give you more little time for it to detect, which is nice, so it doesn't wear down your batteries. I think it's a good upgrade, and definitely better than the break beam. And the Microswitch. My stock Microswitch is fine. It kind of broke when I tried to re-put it back in after I used the Tadao Microswitch. The Tadao Microswitch for some reason was not recording all of my trigger pulls. I was only getting about 8 balls per second, and that was not good enough for me, so I tried to put the stock one back in, and because it was so frail and the wires were starting to kind of spread off and stuff, I guess one of them broke off, and they are real small wires, so they're hard to solder. So for $4, go ahead and get yourself the Virtue laser, or not laser, Feather Light Microswitch. It says it's the lightest switch at 25 grams, more responsive, and requires stock trigger spring, which doesn't make a difference because that's in your trigger, not in your any mechanics. Then I called Proto for a final upgrade and got the 2010 update kit, which is 4 orange detents, which seem to very much decrease the ball breakage. They haven't worn down yet, and I put about, I'd say, a case and a half of paint through it. Not one little slightest wear on it compared to the stock, where you'd start seeing it to be flattened in one area more than the other. You don't have warranty, I'd say don't get it because this is about a $30 upgrade kit. But for free, man, you cannot beat that. It also comes with a nice green back bumper, which supposedly helps in the recoil. It seems a little bit squishier and harder than the other bumper. It's harder and thicker. It's very easy to put on. You slide the other one off, slide this one back on. I haven't really seen much more difference between the old and this one, but Proto's kind of out there, so it must be doing something. I've only had these in there for about 2 days of play, so about 2.5 boxes of paint. I really haven't seen much of a difference yet. I don't know a long-term effect if it'll help with bolt stick. I definitely replaced my plunger O-ring, and that tremendously helped with bolt stick. That's one of the main problems with the SLGs. That's one of the hidden problems. It doesn't occur until about 2 months into it when those bolt fail, or plunger O-rings and all the other O-rings on the bolt start getting hard and get moist, and then when they're playing they'll get moist, and when it stops moving they'll get hard. It just seems to swell up and not work good. One tip I do have is those old 14 O-rings or the plunger O-rings are not the same as tank O-rings. I tried this and got horrible results out of it. Just having to take my bolt out and reset it after every single game. Horrible bolt stick. They may look the same size, if not a little bit bigger than a normal tank O-ring, but it's not, trust me. It's a Proto 14 here with the upgrade.